Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 94 of Two Left Thumbs, your source of weekly gaming news and updates. In this week's episode, we'll be talking about xCloud release dates, Suicide Squad game in development, Marvel's Avengers exclusives, and Halo's multiplayer. We also have the best weekly deals from a range of publishers across all gaming platforms. Remember, if you're listening now, don't forget to share the podcast around, tell a friend about it, leave a rating as it really does help us grow. You can also sub to our YouTube channel where you can find us live every week, or you can catch the show afterwards if you really want to see our faces. My name is Deft Puppies. Joined with me, as always, it's Grey Aussie Gamer. How are you, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, who wouldn't want to see our faces?
I know, right?
Huh?
Aren't we beautiful?
Huh?
Look at us. Look at us. I can see us
Get
now.
on the
We're
right
amazing.
track. That's right. Look at us. We've got fancy cameras and all the stuff and lights and whatnot.
Yeah, all the
You've got
shit,
a
man.
gajillion things sitting behind you.
It's just noise to distract from my face, you know. It's how that
Right.
works.
Something to draw the eyes back.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been all right. I've been sick. That's why we missed last week. Damn kids brought home a cold, which was great. It's
That's
still
always
kind of
fantastic.
getting over it now, which is good. I'm on the way out of it. Thank fuck for
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's just pretty average week, really. Feeling average all over.
Just average for everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of average, how's your gaming been this week?
Thanks. Yeah, average. You haven't seen me play a video game in like forever. I don't live stream anymore. I'm
I
not that
know.
bad at them. It's been good. Still kicking along with a little bit of Escape from Tarkov, just jumping in and out of there, trying to, stay with it as best I
Yep.
can. I'm starting to fall behind in main missions and stuff like that. A lot of people are a lot further ahead, getting a lot further ahead, and it's making it harder to, go in and fight because these people are have much more better gear now. And
Yeah, I can imagine it's one of those games where if you get a bit idle on it, it can really fuck you over trying to catch up, and you're going in there and they're just destroying you with better weapons. And
yeah, and there's a handful of later quests because I'm firmly in the end game part of it now. There's later quests that are just really, really difficult to do against geared players, like people who know what they're doing and have got the the good stuff that they're wearing or shooting at you with. And if you got to kill someone with a pistol, it's not a good thing to try and do it against really good players who have really good guns and hit you really, really hard. Things like that. I've just started one. What is it? It's called a Shooter Born in Heaven. It's an absolute pain in the bum quest. Pretty much, you got to snipe a headshot from 100 meters, 3 times, I think, on multiple different maps.
oh Jesus, that sounds fuck. That's a
And
task.
oh man, anyone who's played this game, sniping is difficult. I mean, shooting in general is difficult in this game. It's a hard game all around, but hitting a 100-meter headshot, yeah, it's definitely testing. So I'm just starting that, and that's interesting. So I'll see how I go with that. Then I've gotten into this game. I don't know, you might not have heard of it. Okay, it's called Fall Guys. Have you heard of it?
You know what? I think I might have. I think I saw something on like Twitter somewhere about this game.
Yeah, there's this really small Twitter following. It had this really small community that, holy Jesus, has blown up to fucking epic proportions.
God.
That thing, the community manager, whoever's running that account is
amazing.
It's fucking nailing it. It's 10 out of 10. The engagement and the tweets, everything is just really good and really spot on. And they're like, I've seen them, they're not poking fun, but they're like making friends with CD Projekt Red, and then the Witcher account comes in and starts talking shit.
KFC Gaming, they've been talking shit with as well. I saw a Colonel Sanders outfit there. I'm like, oh my God, I need that in my life.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it next. I know you've been playing it. You've played it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who do not know, this game is pretty much what came out last week, I think, has blown up pretty crazy. It's going pretty viral. It's a simple game. It's not difficult. It is a kid's game. You play as these little, what do you call them? Like jelly beans?
They call them jellies. I'm pretty sure that's what they've been referring to because they kind of look like jelly beans. So
yeah, you can dress them up in weird little cute things and whatnot, in different colors, and And the basic premises of it is like Takeshi's Castle, like what we spoke about, I think last week, the week before. It is a series of gauntlets and challenges and all different types of weird and wacky shit, team games, and it is essentially a battle royale. It is you versus 60 other players, and you'll go through I think it's 5 stages.
5 stages in total, yeah.
To try and get the crown at the end, and it just whittles you down bit by bit, and it's shenanigans everywhere. It is just an absolute crazy fucking. Some of those levels, man, are just. It is, and that's the thing.
Fucking seesaw. Can we just? Oh, I hate that level so much.
Slime climb is my worst. I
love slime climb. I think slime climb is great. I've only finished it like 3 times, but I love it.
That and the hexagon one where you got to run around as they disappear. I get anxiety playing it. I stress out.
You like your hands stuck getting sweaty. You're like fuck, and like the game is like this perfect mix between just this general goofiness and these high stress situations, and none of the stress is actually coming from the game. It's coming from every other fucking player around you, because a big part of this is player collision is on. So if someone hits you, I've had this so someone bumps into you, and you hit something else, and it can send you off the map and you're done. Or they also have this wonderful ability to grab other players and you can throw them off ledges. And, oh my fucking god!
I'm a serial pest in the game, like an absolute pest. I will go out of my way to grab someone and drag them to the edge if I can, just to throw them off or whatever chance I get. But
doing that on rollout is the best.
What one's rollout again?
It's the one with the rolling. It's like a log roll, but it's got obstacles.
Oh yeah.
Pushing people off the edges on that is fantastic.
It's just it hits this weird balance of like exactly what you said. It's goofier, it's humorous, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. But then again, there is this competitive edge to it where like, fuck me, I want to win. Get out of my way, you stupid little beans, and let's get to the finish line.
Give me that crown for the cosmetic that you can only get through crowns.
Yeah.
Actually, that's an interesting point is the store, because it's actually not bad.
I haven't dived in.
So I had a look at it. So you earn your points, which you earn experience, which is I think called fame, and then there's a token you can earn as well. And you get so many depending on how well you do each kind of round.
Because it's like a battle pass thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a battle pass kind of thing, but it's all your usual cosmetic kind of crap, different costumes, different colors, all that kind of stuff. But the earning rate at the moment, I don't know if this will change, is really, really fair. Like I spent like an hour or 2 playing today, and earned like enough to buy myself a full outfit.
Yeah, okay.
And because the thing rotates daily, and there's a couple of ones there that require wins. So there's another currency called crowns, and you only get them from winning, or a couple of stages on the battle pass.
Yeah,
and then you can buy special outfits with them as well. So it's fairly balanced. It's not very egregious. It's kind of there.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's good. Like you can buy them as well. I think you can buy crowns for memory. But I mean that's kind of on the sides. Like, oh hey, you can buy this if you want. It's not kind of right in front of your face.
It's not a free to play game though. So you do have to. Either. You got to shell out money anyway to get in. So
unless you got it on PlayStation this month.
Which I think is like, well, I think they sold something like 2 million copies on Steam, didn't they? It's
on Steam alone, yeah.
Yeah, just on Steam. It is insane. You can imagine how many are on PlayStation being free. Well, it's not free, PlayStation Plus, but you know what I mean. Perfect way to release that game too, coming out on PlayStation Plus. Like that is a massive deal because it'll be there for just this month, and that it's just in that month the hype's just always going to keep building up, and then it'll be interesting to see what they do.
See if they try and get something on Game Pass after they do the PlayStation thing, maybe.
Yeah, or just like whatever. I wonder what content they're going to try and dish out, because my only issue is I can't play it for too long. It just gets a little repetitive, like an hour or 2, and then that's it. I've got to put it down.
That's what this game is. I would love to see this game.
Oh, definitely.
100% on the Switch. It'd be so fucking good. It's perfect.
I don't understand why it's not. How is it not on the Switch? It is made for the Switch.
I mean,
But it could be the online play. Could be. Oh no, because they got Fortnite on there. So I
Fortnite
suppose
stuff on there, yeah, it'd be fine.
That's weird, isn't it? Or maybe they couldn't do a deal with them. Like, I don't know. Do you need it? I don't know if you need PlayStation Plus to go online for it though. Because you know how PlayStation Plus, you need to pay for online to go and play multiplayer games online. I don't know. Do you need that for this game?
Online, yeah, you do need online. Well, there's no
Okay.
offline mode, so it has to be online. So maybe that's what's.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Sony are charging for that because sometimes they let certain games through that system.
Oh,
They
okay,
don't.
righto.
They don't let you like say there is an online requirement for the game. I think Fortnite does it. You don't need a PlayStation Plus membership to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
See what I mean there? But if you were to play like I think it's COD or something else, you need to have your PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, I knew you needed PlayStation Plus, and I assumed they just came with the online stuff anyway.
No.
As part of the package. So I'm clearly a misinformed spender of money.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the Switch, and it's definitely I think a console they'll have to target for sure. It feels so made for it. And you can do like the LAN ad hoc.
You could do it one-handed. I also where's the
could
split
do it
screen on
one-handed.
this? Where is the couch co-op? I would love to see couch co-op too. I know they're talking about doing private servers, which would be hilarious. I'd love to see private servers, a basic, like even just a basic map creator, and couch co-op. I think that'd make this game fucking amazing.
Yeah, map creator would be interesting. I don't know if if you'd be able to do it because those levels they do seem meticulously. They are detailed. They are done proper.
They are, yeah.
You could easily stuff it up, but
it'd be interesting to see what the community could do with it though.
Oh shit! Yeah,
some of the insane shit you could come up with. It'd be great.
It's just landed at a perfect time too. This game because it's like we're in the middle of we're waiting for the big games at the end of the year to come out, your Cyberpunks and your Halos and everything like that. So, and this one is coming out free on PSN and whatnot, and it is fun to play. It's just damn fun. It's why we play video games. There's no story, there's no nothing. It's just entertaining, and you just laugh your ass off while you're playing it, and you get so damn fucking mad
when you lose. Like, God damn it! Fucking fruit, the fruit cannons, man. Fucking fruit cannons. Oh man,
I've seen so many hilarious clips on Twitter. And whatnot. And unfortunately, there's people cheating on PC, man. Like, why do you hack this game and cheat on it for? It's just ridiculous.
It's gonna happen, PC, right? It's dumb, but it's always gonna happen. Someone is gonna find a way. I mean, there was that problem earlier on. I think it was like in the first few days where someone figured out how to manipulate the URLs in their username to make giant words come across the end of the round screen where they're popping off the players. and the internet being the internet, you can imagine what happened there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Fuck, it's a fun game.
Good game. Well, that's been me, mate. This week, I'm starting on another YouTube video, so that's like it's I only get X amount of time per week to even get gaming done, and then when I throw in a YouTube video, editing work and recording and stuff, it's like, fucking not much gets done gaming wise anyway.
No games.
No games. What about you? Let me live vicariously through your gaming experience.
From failing in Fall Guys, still yet to get a win. By the way, I'll get there one day. I picked up Horizon Zero Dawn on PC. This is my first playthrough through.
Interesting. Now, I've heard it's struggling.
It is. The game itself is great. Like, again, this is my first playthrough, so I'm about 6 hours in so far. Characters are really good. Gameplay is good. The problem is the PC port. It's kind of bad. Like I was running on. So my first run at it, I ran on medium settings. Like this is what the game gave me was medium settings. It does this auto adjustment thing, which is weird because I've got a pretty decent computer. I can run high on most stuff, and I was getting frame drops like nothing else. Like I'd sit on 60, and I just dropped to 40 without no reason whatsoever, just walking. not looking at anything particularly busy. It's still doing it. It's dropping frames. I've managed to get it running on ultra now, so at least it's pretty. But I'm still getting those consistent frame drops, which kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah,
And
well, I mean,
there's a problem with the slowdown mechanic, which is so when you go into your menu to craft arrows and stuff, or there's like you can aim down sights with your bow to kind of slow down time. Sometimes that doesn't work.
Oh, man, you should have returned it and just flicked on your PS4 version.
Maybe. Oh, I got rid of the PS4 version because it does get on PC. But apparently they're fixing it, so I'm happy to play through it. I still really like the game. I really like the game. I really like the world and the characters and stuff. It's just the port is really letting it down, which is a real shame.
And it wasn't done by Guerrilla either. It was done. They gave it to someone else to do.
It was done by the same guys that did the Death Stranding one.
Well, how they nailed Death Stranding with the same engine.
It's the exact same engine, and I don't know how they're so different. Like Death Stranding was like, I haven't played it, but I heard it was really, really well done. And this one's just kind of like...
There's no way they both... Did they both do the same? Because those games are coming out like super recent. You're telling me these are both... One company was working on two ginormous...
I know it's definitely the same engine, so I'm assuming it's the same company.
Yeah, right.
So... I don't know, man. But yeah, I really like the game, and I like robot dinosaurs. They're fucking amazing.
Robot dinosaurs are cool as shit.
I don't think it's great for keyboard and mouse either. Like, I've been playing on keyboard and mouse. I'm playing on PC. I'll play keyboard and mouse. I'm gonna be going back to controller. It's just kind of clunky. Like, you think you'd have like the super precise arrow shots, and it's not translating well with the controls.
Yeah, she's being mobile though, isn't she? It's more about getting up in the face of some of the dinosaurs and that later on. I suppose it could. Yeah, I can definitely see myself going to controller. If I ever played the PC version, but yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's a damn shame it's not running well, Hans.
I know. I'm really hoping they get a patch out in the next week or so, and then I might even hold off on playing it. I don't know. I want to play it, but I want to wait. So I'm not just getting violently ill from dropping 40 frames in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, no, screw that. You want to play this in 60.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It won't go above 60. I can't get it to go above 60 either.
It's weird.
Even on unlimited frames, it's just staying on 60. I'm like, is my machine okay? Is this me? Surely not.
I'm not even going to give you any tips because you've probably done absolutely everything. And I know that, like, cause I've seen it on heaps of people on Twitter that follow having the same issue. Even one of the guys, ACG, the reviewer I watched who did the review, he's got a beast of a computer, like dual 2080 Ti's, and it's just ridiculous. And even he got shit performance, even out of those cards that are, you're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars of graphics power. Still couldn't get it to run properly. So
that's a shame.
It sucks. It is a shame.
It's such a good game, and I've heard so much good things about it, and it's the port that's holding me back from really loving it, I think. Which kind of sucks. Yeah.
What else?
It's been 2 weeks, and I can't remember what else I've played. I told you I finished Ghost of Tsushima, didn't I? Did we have that conversation?
No, we didn't have that conversation. I've completely paused it. I haven't even touched it since last time.
Oh, haven't you? I finished it. I finished the story. Yeah, it was good. It's a fantastic way. Like, they give you like some stuff at the end. Like, you've got to make some choices, and it's really, really well done. I'll be interested to see when you get through it to see what you choose. Yeah, fantastic game. Brilliant story. Yeah, just all around, just so pretty. So fucking pretty.
So many screenshots.
Oh man, like I said, 2.3, almost nearly 2.4 gig worth of screenshots I've got sitting around.
That's a lot.
Like, yeah, it's a lot, but it's totally worth it. I still haven't 100%ed it. Like, there's still like lots of the open world stuff and a couple of the side missions I want to go back and do eventually. But I would encourage anyone that is playing it, go and do those main side missions, like the character ones with the photo of each character. Go and do them because they are fucking awesome. Like, the storylines behind those are like a real shining star of the whole game.
Yeah, and they're evolving too. Like you continue
Yeah,
doing
and
them
you can do
throughout
them
the
in
game.
any order you like too. Like you can do like you have nine episodes per character that you meet, like per main side character, if that makes any sense. And you can do them in any order, and it doesn't matter. It all makes sense. It's really well written. It's really, really good. I like it.
It's a really good way of doing it too. I want that
It
in
is
other world
giving you
games.
that freedom of choice to kind of,
Mm.
oh, I'm here, I'll do this one instead of going, fuck, I've got to do number 2 before I do 3, and it's all the way over there, but 3's here. It's
Yeah, yeah.
nice. It's a much more natural way of doing things.
Nice.
But that has been me gaming wise for this week. So, shall we get into some deals?
I love deals.
Of deals?
My favorite.
Deals are good. So starting over on PlayStation, for PlayStation Plus this month, we have Fall Guys and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, both fantastic games. You heard us talk about Fall Guys earlier before. PSN deals this week, we have 7 Days to Die for $14.38 and Ark Survival Evolved for $19.48. Now, Ark Survival Evolved, I'm pretty sure includes all the DLC as well. What do I remember?
Girthy game.
It is a girthy game. There's a lot there, a lot of fun. Dinosaurs too, so it's cool.
Side note, just on the PlayStation Plus thing, do you think
Yeah.
Activision would be happy having Modern Warfare 2 on there getting absolutely tranced on by fucking an indie developer, Fall Guys? This little David
They're
versus
sitting there going, oh god, we're going to make a jelly bit. We're going to make obstacle courses in fucking Call of Duty. It's going to be our next like, online mode.
You betcha, like when PlayStation did the deal for Modern Warfare 2, Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision, would be like, oh, what's the other game going on there? It's like, oh, it's an indie game called Fall Guys about beans that run. And they'd be like, put it up. We're all right. Go for it. Fucking dusted.
Wrong.
Take that.
Over on Xbox this week, our Game Pass pick of the week is Yakuza Kiwami 2. Games with gold are Portal Knights, Dunk Lords is still there this week, and next week too, I think. Go Dunk Lords and Motocross Unleashed, which is an old 360 game. It's good to see those kind of kicking around on there. I like that. Deals with gold this week. We have the South Park bundle of stick, the South Park bundle. Wow, I wrote this terribly. Which includes the Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole for $33 for both games, which is fucking fantastic. And Red Dead Redemption 2 Special Edition for $45.57. Over on the Switch, we have Doom 2016 for $30 and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for $30 also.
Fucking hell, that game is just... It never gives up. It never gives up.
I'm waiting for the double header when we get like Skyrim and GTA on the same deal.
Yeah. Then that'll be it. It'll be total world domination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of domination, over on Epic Store, we have Welcome to Shovelworks. Join the ongoing adventures of developers at this world's worst video game studio as they endure antics both absurd and topical. This week, Midge joins Shovelworks Studios as a new animator, but not all as it seems in the new studios. This is an episodic thing, and this is episode 1, and you're playing as a graphic designer in a video game company. So it looks interesting. And the other one is Wilmot's Warehouse, sorry. It's a puzzle game about keeping a warehouse up and running in tip-top shape. Just remember where you put everything, because when the service hatch opens, you'll need to find the things people want quickly to earn the coveted performance stars.
Fair enough. That Shovelworks it's definitely not based on real world stuff. Otherwise, they'd all be at home, not at a studio working.
Yeah, this is very true.
Yeah, busted.
On to some crispy news and updates for this week. Our first one off the list, we get a release date for xCloud and some new controllers. So Microsoft has released a new video talking about mobile gaming accessories and what will work with Project xCloud. As we know already, the streaming service will work on Android devices and will allow gamers to play titles like Gears of War 5, Halo, Sea of Thieves, and hundreds of others on the go. Users will need an Xbox One remote or a compatible gaming accessory, which includes the new Razer Kishi, which is like the console we saw patented that had the 2 clips on either side to clip onto your phone.
Oh, yep.
Looks really, really cool. It's exactly the way it looks. It's done by Razer, and it also mashes up like a Switch controller.
Handy.
Handy, right? Packs down to a nice little, neat little package. The streaming service is being added into the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate as part of the package. And for those who have that, Project xCloud will be implemented on September 15, 2020. From there, for those who have the right access, because I think it's only coming to limited countries to start with.
Not us. We don't get
Not
it.
Not us. We don't get it. We get to sit here jealously and look at everyone in the US and the UK going, we hate you so much right now.
Years away from it. We can't be that far, surely.
I think we'll be a couple. We might be 12 months behind. I think they'll figure it out. We might only have like Wi-Fi only or something for a while, some kind of limitation. We definitely won't be running till we get 5G up and running and stable, I dare say.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the data caps are going to be like. How much is this going to rip your phone to shreds, like your data?
Oh, it's streaming, so you'd imagine it'd be a fair amount.
Pretty high. Yeah, I'd imagine it'd be pretty high. From what I've heard, that's been the main complaint about everyone overseas, who has played the beta side of it. And obviously it's not Microsoft's problem because they don't control what you're playing it on. But yeah, a lot of people have torn through data caps and that, which is a big issue in the States. Not so much over here. But then again, we've got shit internet, so they can always it's unlimited nearly anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But over there, it's not. It's much faster, and caps are a pretty big thing.
All right, should we get on to the next one?
What about this one here? I think it was yesterday, Xbox Series S. We might as well talk about it here because
let's go.
That it leaked. They leaked someone leaked the box and did the unboxing of the controller for the new Xbox Series X, and on it had Xbox compatible with Xbox Series X and S.
Well, there you go.
They're doing it. There's another console there.
It's on the way. I think that's what we'll see in August because I know the next one they want to do is focus on tech. So I think that's what we're going to see. Probably some xCloud action, the console stuff as well, and the newer console. So that'll be
it's weird. It makes
it show.
I wonder why they're hiding their price then. Why not give everyone what they want with the Xbox Series X price and open it up to pre-orders? Because I don't think they care how many they sell of it.
No, I think
especially if they've got the Series S. I mean, that's the next gen console that you undercut PlayStation with. That's the one that you swoop in and go, right, this one is $50 cheaper, $100, whatever.
There have been some really consistent rumors, actually, over the last few months that Xbox are planning on undercutting PlayStation with both of them.
That's
insane. They were talking like for the lower powered one, $200 US. We'll wait and see, aren't we? We don't know. We don't know what PlayStation are gonna. We don't know what PlayStation can do either because they've got their two consoles, but they haven't released prices for those. I can't imagine they'd be wildly different because they're going to be relying on a lot of console sales, whereas Microsoft are going to be like, we just want you on Game Pass. We don't care about the console sales. Yeah. I think the PlayStation one will be $100 difference, like we've spoken about before, between the digital one and the disc one. It's interesting that they haven't come out with the Series X price just to get in front of Sony with their bigger, expensive machine. I mean, their machine it's more powerful. You would assume it's going to cost more to produce. So why not? Obviously, it's going to cost a bit more to sell. Why not get it out there, get ahead? I mean, they've been ahead of everyone so far this whole next gen release cycle. I mean, they were the first ones to show it off, the first ones to show gameplay for it, the first ones to show the actual, controller and the teardown and all the bits that all the gamers love. Yet they're not going first on price or release date. Yeah. It's so weird because it's so late in the game for us to be getting price. Well, we talk about this nearly every time, but it's so late in the game to be getting prices right now, especially with everything that's going on. It's got to be within the next few weeks. It has to be, yeah. Yeah, we are literally just a few months away from a next gen launch, which is always super exciting because we don't get many of them. We only get it every 7 to 10 years this happens, so it's a pretty big deal.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not too sure what everyone is doing. It seems like these two companies are holding. They haven't shown all their cards. Definitely, I feel like Sony hasn't. They've got stuff to show that they're trying to hold back from. I don't know. What if you had to pick a date? When do you think you would see the price for these things? We know that it's going to launch in November. Like anywhere between November, it's going to launch.
I think it's going to be November 17th. The Xbox.
Yeah, you'll get a price. No, when do you think we're getting a price? When do you think
we'll get
a
price? We'll get a price. What's the date now? What's the 11th?
11th.
I think we'll have something by the 21st.
Okay, nice. That's soon.
They have been talking about doing an August show, so it's in that last kind of week of the month. That'd be a good time to do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, somewhere around there anyway.
Yeah, I definitely think by the end of this month we'll have it. So 15 days? We're gonna
have something.
Finally have something concrete about how much all this shit's gonna cost us to buy. Yeah. It's
interesting to see how it all goes down.
Certainly will be.
On to our next story. We have Marvel's Avengers has a new character revealed.
I didn't read the run sheet.
I thought you would have had this one on there. We discussed this one on Twitter.
This is going to be interesting. Read it out. Let's go.
All right. So, developer Crystal Dynamics has confirmed that Spider-Man will join Marvel's Avengers roster as a free DLC character, despite not appearing in any promotional material before. The character will be released as post-launch DLC, and the studio also confirmed that the web slinger will be exclusive to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. If you're on PC or Xbox, you'll be left out of the web slinging fun, unfortunately. Crystal Dynamics has since clarified that Spider-Man will be the only console exclusive character, so don't expect a match on Xbox. PlayStation players will also get a series of cosmetic bonuses, getting early access to some character costumes when new members of the Avengers join the game. Oh boy, this upsets so many people.
And I don't understand why. It's so fucking stupid that how did no one not see this coming?
Oh yeah, it totally was like, it's still shit though, right? It's still like this exclusive character shit is annoying.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is for this, because it is a Sony thing. It's Sony and Marvel. They've got their fucking deal. Whatever they've done behind closed doors, that is their thing.
Oh, that's why they're totally aligning Spider-Man with their brand, and it's smart. Like,
because you got the Sony Pictures thing. It makes sense that they're doing it. So I haven't got an issue with that. Like, I would have an issue, say, if Sony went and bought Thor or fucking Iron Man, or someone said, like, here's Square Enix, here's $1 gajillion. We want Thor exclusive to our system for 12 months. Like, that's shit. If they went to them and said, oh, look, we're gonna have a cameo of Crash Bandicoot or someone else from your catalog of games that are exclusive to your system, I don't have an issue with that. It doesn't. That is good, and this is a free DLC.
Yeah, it's not paid for, which is fine. It's I don't know. Like, I like the whole Spider-Man, like the fact that it's Spider-Man, like that's cool. It's whatever. It's just, I hate seeing console exclusive separate game. Like, we saw this with Destiny as well, where it was it was technically a timed exclusive, but that timed exclusive never fucking happened because they kept pushing it back. I like seeing, because so technically, right, so Xbox players are paying for the same game as PlayStation, but PlayStation is getting more content.
Yeah, and so does Verizon owners too. If you're a Verizon owner, you get special costumes and shit like that.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
They've done deals left, right, and center. If you buy spearmint peppermint gum from fucking certain stores, you'll get costumes. Like, this thing has been marketing and branded all hell. It is everywhere. But the issue I have is everyone lost their shit over the Spider-Man thing. The Verizon thing. Oh no, that's all right. It's all good. It's like the gum. Everyone was fine with it. But because it was Spider-Man and because it was PlayStation, it's like,
I think you're right. If this had been any other character, like some B-list character that no one gave a shit about, it wouldn't be as much of an issue.
It's really bizarre. It spun me out like how angry everyone was over it,
And
and
everyone
you
loves
know,
Spider-Man, that's why.
but they're getting so angry about the wrong thing. Like they've got their fundamentals all twisted up. If that's the case, and a lot of people that I saw on social media having this argument with that I was jumping in on, it's like they did not care that Microsoft has paid for Stalker and Warhammer and the Medium and all these massive games that are coming out for timed exclusive. Like they're exclusive to Microsoft because Microsoft paid them for an undisclosed amount of time, 6 months, a year, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They don't care about that. Now that's fine. So hang on. How do you get your nose out of joint about Marvel doing a thing with Spider-Man after they've been together for how long?
I think it's because it's a game that's coming out on both platforms at the same time. So when you're looking at when taking like the Xbox like Medium and Stalker 2, the timed exclusives, they are going to be coming to other parties eventually. They're just getting a few months on Xbox first. They're not dividing up the game, right? So like it's the whole game.
They're dividing an entire player base.
Yeah, but they're still eventually going to get it, right? It's just later on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I can see that.
And it's totally cut off. It is only PlayStation. It will only get it on that. It will never come to any other console, be PC or Xbox. So that's my reasoning for it, where it's something that is totally cut off. Like if it was a timed exclusive, fucking whatever, cool. It's still shitty, but whatever. That's understandable. But I think that's why people are upset, is because it's not coming to anywhere else at all. Even if it is a free, and it's a free DLC. I mean, even if it had been paid,
but
maybe that'd be alright. It's such a weird thing.
It's all going to unravel in the end. And you watch, Xbox will probably get their own character and all this shit. I mean, there was a classic tweet from Xbox that said, Cuphead will never, ever see the light of day on PlayStation. And someone dragged it up the other day when Cuphead launched on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's like, see? Like, you can't believe what anyone fucking says, because what happens behind closed doors and what is actually spoken about is not like what we see is totally different.
Yeah,
so
I don't want to see this turn into a now Xbox gets a separate character and PC gets a separate character. I like if this all unravels and it just ends up being that Spider-Man is coming to the console and PC, the Xbox and PC later. Whatever, it's cool. Sure, why not? You know, but I don't like seeing a whole separate chunk of the game being divvied off and going, no, you can't fucking have it.
To be fair, we don't really know what it is. It's only a character, isn't it? It's not like you're not getting levels.
You're getting story missions.
You are getting story missions.
Yeah, each hero has their own hero missions, and that comes with every hero that gets released. So you're missing out on content, like actual gameplay as well, not just a character skin.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part of it. There is actual content that people are going to miss out on because they don't have that console, or they don't buy consoles and they have a PC. So
it works because I'm super keen now to get it on PlayStation, or I was going to buy it on PC.
Did you try out the beta? That was this weekend. Did you get a chance to?
No, because I didn't pre-order it because I was going to go PC, and the PC one has not till next weekend, I think.
Yeah, is it pre-order only on the PC as well?
There is an open one, but it's like right at the
get
end.
In on that because I'm still not sold on it. Like I've watched some streams and some YouTube videos. I'm not there.
I'm definitely not sold on it. The game looks
clunky as hell.
It's not just clunky in combat wise. It's like it's having an identity crisis to me. It doesn't understand what it kind of wants to be and what it wants to do, and it's like, I don't know, spreading itself too thin. I don't know. It's hard to say without actually playing it, but you're watching some streams and some YouTube and stuff, and
it's looking very Anthem-y in that respect, where it's kind of having that weird kind of.
Yeah, it's got that weird.
Setting so many alarm bells off for me is I'm like, I've seen this before, and now I know what I'm looking for. I've seen this. I know I'm not getting attached. I'm not having this problem again. It's not happening.
I think. Yeah, if it didn't have the Avengers name tied to it and such classic characters, that it probably would be looking really bad.
Yeah, if this wasn't a Marvel Avengers game, no one would be thinking about this.
No, yeah, exactly.
No,
so
not at all.
I don't know. Hopefully they get it right. But yeah, from what I've seen, there's some weird progression systems in place, and like there's every character has like a mini battle pass thing, and yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like there's like 7 different fucking currencies. It's the Wild West
So
kind of game. Yeah, apparently there's a screenshot of like the main menu, and there's like 7 different currencies.
you can imagine how many microtransactions are going to be in this because it is a
Oh,
live service game.
It's a live service with cosmetics that aren't really cosmetics, and gear stats that don't change. Like you earn your gear, but it doesn't change how you look.
And who's the main character? Who's the female character? The one you play as? Kamala Khan, amazing. I don't know. Who is it?
Miss
Amazing
Marvel.
Woman. Miss Marvel.
Marvel.
Fucking
Yeah.
there you go. Camilla
Khan, I think it is.
Camilla
I
Khan.
should
Yeah,
know
right.
this.
So you should know this because you've got all the
I
stuff
should
in
know
the-
this.
Come on.
I'm brain farting
I'm
right
dying
now.
here. I'm dying, and you.
Yeah, Camilla Khan.
She looks boring as fuck to play, man. I don't know.
I heard reports she was pretty. Like all the characters kind of played the same. Like there's a heavy attack, a light attack, and a dodge. There's not like Iron Man and Thor can float, and like there's animation differences, but basically gameplay wise they're the same. There's no like major difference, which kind of fucking sucks. It'd be interesting to see what they do with Spider-Man, actually, because he has such a unique kind of move set with him with the web slinging and stuff. It'd be interesting to see how they pull that off.
It'd be interesting to see how they do it compared to the other
Spider-Man.
Yeah, just to see if it's I don't know if it's the same skill level. The animations are just as good and stuff like that. Because man, Spider-Man on PS4 is fucking just so insanely good.
Yeah,
so good. It's going to get directly compared to that. That's it's going to be its competition.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hold up because of the way that game looks like it plays.
Now they've announced another character too, didn't they? Was there Hawkeye? Is he?
Yeah, Hawkeye's coming eventually as well. They're bringing they're planning on just continually bringing more and more heroes into the roster. I think Rocket Raccoon was mentioned as well.
Free, or do you have to pay for them? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't think that's been disclosed yet. I know they said they're bringing them. I have a feeling they'll be paid. There might be 1 or 2 freebies, but I think there'll be a few there that'll be like. Hey,
now, obviously, they're not gonna. How are they gonna handle? Yeah, when you're doing co-op stuff, if you both want to play as the new character, because obviously they're not going to let the same characters play in the same raid or strikes or whatever it is they're doing.
Surely not. It'd have to work similar to the way that Apex does with its character selection, where it's first in, best dressed.
Ooh. Yeah, it could be. I guess they should make everyone do it. You should have to do a quick run of Fall Guys, a quick challenge.
Yeah, quick challenge. Whoever wins Fall Guys.
Whoever wins gets to pick the character.
Yep.
Quick, 1, 2, 3, Fall Guy off.
Let's go. Man.
Cool.
Jumping over to the other side of the comic universe, over onto some DC news. We have an announcement for a Suicide Squad game. After a 5-year wait, Rocksteady Studios, the developer behind Batman Arkham Trilogy, has announced its next project is a Suicide Squad game. However, don't expect to really know what will be going in the game for a few more weeks, as that information has been kept under wraps. Rather than opting for any fanfare, the studio simply tweeted out the reveal with an image of Superman, or what could have possibly been Bizarro, and a Suicide Squad logo. Evidently, we'll know more when DC Fandom kicks off on Saturday, 22nd.
Yes, this is going to be sick.
Yes.
Now, I think this is the game that's going to absolutely shit on Square Enix one that they're doing right now, the Avengers one.
Yes, definitely.
I think this is going to be
Suicide Squad has so many fantastic characters to pull from. It'd be interesting to see if it's Superman or Bizarro, because Bizarro would be really cool, but Superman hasn't been done well in a game. And if he's like Superman's like the villain,
you can't do Superman. It just can't be done.
But if he's the villain, if he's not a playable character, if he's the bad guy, like
yes,
what you were
can.
fighting,
okay, that's the only way it'll work.
Yeah,
that would be. I think
that'd be a really cool concept.
That would piss everyone off, though, wouldn't it? If you had to fight Superman as the bad guy.
No,
you reckon?
I'd love. No, bad guy super. Like, I have this weird love-hate relationship with Superman where he's such a fucking Boy Scout and it annoys the shit out of me. but there's like evil versions of Superman that just totally fuck people up, and it's amazing. Like there's a comic book line where he essentially ends up ruling the world through fear and just murders anyone with his laser eyes that comes in his fucking path. There's a whole universe set around it, and there's like a Russian one as well. And so anyway, I'll calm down. But
take a drink of water.
Take a drink of water. I think I think I'm really keen to see what comes of this. It's a really good premise. I like it.
In my head, I'm picturing like Arkham City, brighter, not as dark, with the Suicide Squad, whatever team members they're throwing in there.
Yeah, I know the movies weren't super amazing, the Suicide ones, but that kind of aesthetic would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah,
fuck yeah.
Down. Is Deadshot in it? Yeah, just give me Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Yeah, is he in it? Deadshot? Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Deadshot's in it. I mean, he might not be in the game, but he's part of the Suicide, or one of the members of the roster. Sure, he'd have to. He's one of like the major characters. So we're obviously going to see Harlequin, Deadshot,
but also Rocksteady have already done Deadshot as well. Like they've already got experience in using his character because he's
true
in the Arkham series. So yeah, no, I'm interested to see gameplay
if this ties into the Arkham series world.
It'd have to, for sure. They're going to have Batman cameos in there and everything. They've got. Just think the creative freedom these guys could have in building a world like that.
Yeah.
You know, you could set one game up with the Suicide Squad, and then the next game you play as Batman taking down the Suicide Squad, or, you know, who knows? There's so many cool things you could do. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I don't know. When do they? I don't understand their tweet. Like, here you go.
Here's a
game.
I mean,
be free. Image.
I mean, to be fair though, like a lot of games have been doing that lately. There's been a lot less fanfare, and it's just like, oh, here's a tweet, fucking off you go. Like look at Fall Guys. Fall Guys just started out as just Twitter account. It just started fucking tweeting shit, and it totally blew up.
Fall Guys is a bloody indie developer. Rocksteady is owned by Warner Brothers and is gigantic, and has a huge following. Like
maybe they're only just starting production, so they didn't have. They just wanted to build some hype for the DC fandom.
This has been rumored for a while, and I mean, like, what do you think about it? The last Rocksteady game we got was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
That was Arkham City, wasn't it?
5 years.
5 years.
The last one. Yeah.
So they've been working on something for 5 years.
Maybe they'll just drop the game. So here you go.
That would be. Could you imagine that? Imagine that. That would be insane.
Trailer coming out next week.
Yeah.
Done.
Available now on Nintendo Switch only. Yeah.
On Stadia.
On Stadia.
Exclusive.
Or Project xCloud.
I mean,
damn it.
I mean,
that wouldn't work for us.
Yeah, wouldn't work for us. Anyway, on to the next one. Something that will work for us. Halo multiplayer is going to be free. So Halo Infinite's multiplayer will be free to play, and Microsoft has confirmed this. The company made the announcement ahead of its apparent schedule after details were leaked by an Irish toy retailer, Smith's Toys Superstores. It's since deleted the blog post spotted by The Verge. Smith's teased a groundbreaking free-to-play multiplayer experience. They confirmed this in a tweet on July 31st, stating, Halo is for everyone. We can confirm Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free-to-play and will support 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X. More details will be shared later.
Man, what a way to get that leaked by old Smith & Toys.
Smith & Toys. Fuck it, every time, man. It's always Smith & Toys, eh?
Honestly, who would have thought that they would have had... How did they get the information?
I mean, they would have had packaging or something sent out, or advertising. It would have been like because I mean, most larger stores will get like information on the games that are coming up a lot earlier than anyone else will, and that's where a lot of leaks do come from, is employees working at game stores. I mean, look at we got that. Yeah, exactly. Doing the Lord's work. I mean, that's how we've got half of our Assassin's Creed news for Valhalla before we even heard about it. So, I mean,
Pretty
it's
sure
the way
that's
to
Ubisoft's
go.
strategy
You
of
just need to
releasing
get
it.
to know somebody in that industry, the games retail industry, and you are fucking set.
It's not a good move. It had to be done move, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Had
I
to be
think
done.
I think
In a world where we are literally getting dominated by Fortnite and Call of Duty and Apex Legends and what's the other one that just released? Hyperscape. Yeah, all
yeah,
free to play.
Halo needed this
Halo
to, like
had to come out as
had to
free.
come
Yeah.
out like this. 120 frames on the console though. That's not bad.
Does that surprise you, considering what we saw of it? That does not surprise me. I would be disappointed if not disappointed, but no. After
Yeah,
what they showed, man, 120 frames on the Series X makes sense.
yeah.
My question is, now that they're going to have 120 frames, how do they go in competitive multiplayer against people who can't reach that with your previous console or PC or
I don't know.
because that is a huge advantage.
Well, it says will support 120 frames per second. So it may not be, will be highly cheap, but it will support up to 120 frames.
Still, if you're in a lobby,
X.
if you're in a lobby on, I don't know, because you've got to be able to play this on what the Xbox S, One S. So maybe that's 30 frames on that. No,
maybe they're doing some cloud magic with this. Because again, they're like all their games are coming out as like multi Xbox platform games, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing some they're leaning on the cloud for a bit of that power to especially for the smaller consoles.
What is this cloud power you speak of? Is this the shit they spoke about in 2013?
Magic. It's fucking magic from 2013.
Magic. It's so magical it doesn't exist.
But I mean that's how they're getting xCloud to work, like through the servers and stuff. So to get that kind of fidelity on phones and shit. So it'd be interesting to see if they're leaning on that as more of a streaming the multiplayer as opposed to a download.
Yes, it will be interesting to see because then you got issues with latency and everything. Because I know xCloud, any streaming service has latency, which is fine in any single player game or whatnot. Where you're not really being competitive, but in Halo multiplayer is a whole lot different. If you're going to be lagging in that, that's going to shit you to tears.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't have do they have crossplay yet for Master Chief Collection, or not yet?
Don't know. I could not tell you.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I played it. Yeah, because again, this will be crossplay as well between all the platforms that have it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they balance it out. Especially, I mean, with the competitive side, I guess most people that are going to be playing Halo competitively are going to be playing on other PCs or consoles, generally the better ones. So that might eliminate that. And this will be something that more affects the casual players that may not notice as much.
Yeah,
or maybe they won't know, or they'll kind of subtly notice and get frustrated with the game and go, well, clearly this game has been shit and I hate it and I don't want to play it again.
Screw you, game.
Screw you, game.
Do you think this gives them a great opportunity to delay the multiplayer? Release Halo Infinite without multiplayer. It's going free anyway. Halo, this is free, so
drop the multiplayer a few weeks later.
Drop the multiplayer. Well, a few months later, maybe they're nowhere near ready. That's why we haven't seen it. We're 2 months away from seeing this game, and no one has seen the multiplayer. Nothing.
Wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Every other Halo release we have seen, we're nearly in a beta by now.
Yeah, this is very true.
And no one's seen any of it, so it is odd. And then they come out and go, right, we've got the free to play route, which is good. It's excellent. It needed to be done. They didn't really have a choice, I don't think. I think they're pretty well.
Not with the way the shooter market is at the moment. Like everything's free.
Yeah. Especially with Warzone is just absolutely dominating FPS at the moment. So it's I don't know. I still don't think Halo is launching with multiplayer.
I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it all comes out together, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were separated.
I wonder how do you let people know? How do you do it?
That's a real
be
hard
very
sell.
That's like, come sit down, son. I got to tell you something.
We have some good
gaming world.
news and some bad news. Good
Yeah.
news is you're getting Halo Infinite launch day of the Xbox Series X. Bad news is the multiplayer is going to be a little while.
Yeah, we lost it. It's back there somewhere. We're going to catch up with it.
It needs some repairing. But yeah, we'll see what happens, But yeah, seeing them as a separate thing would not surprise me, like entirely. If there was like Halo multiplayer was a totally separate like game as such.
It will be. It'll have to be. It's going
Yeah.
free to play. Like, it's literally going to be a different game mode that you could just go on to whatever Xbox store you want through PC, Xbox One, whatever, and you should just be able to go download it and off you go.
Yeah.
Which
And
I
then
think is also a good thing for them to monetize out of it. Like, they can get, you can get your battle pass things into there. Then you can do all the stuff that they've been.
or you kind of microtransaction shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do it.
Which
They do
Which
it
is
well,
fine.
because I know that the microtransactions on like Halo 5 weren't great.
Yeah, but you paid for Halo 5.
Exactly. I mean, you're paying for it too, but some of those things in there were kind of pay to win-ish, especially with Warzone.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. No, you don't want pay to win in there, but I've got no problem with them having any microtransaction, whatever you want, as long as it's not pay to win or loot boxes.
Yeah.
In a free to play game. It's definitely puts pressure on Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Halo
sure.
Infinite, because now that whole, which to a lot of players, just like Call of Duty, the multiplayer is the part they want. They don't want the story. They play the story eventually, or they go through it, but as soon as they get on there, man, they crack straight into the multiplayer,
yeah, straight into ranked,
straight into it, yeah, and get into ranked, and off they go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it comes back to how they're going to be. Do they charge full price for the game for Infinite? Is that a full price game? Like, obviously it's on Game Pass, but yeah.
I think
is it going to be a big?
It'll be a full price game, but I think it'll be on Game Pass, so they're going to be encouraging people to go. This is you want Halo Infinite? It's full price, but if you pay like $15 a month on Game Pass, you get this and all this cool shit. That's where they're going to sell it.
Do you know what else? Do you know if 343 don't nail a fucking absolute stellar single player campaign out of this, it's going to get tarnished to all shit that this was a Game Pass filler.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to happen. It will definitely happen, even if that wasn't the intent, whatnot behind it. If they choke Halo Infinite's campaign, and it's just going to come down to everyone's going to smear it as this is what Game Pass does to games.
To games, it just becomes shitty filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hopefully they don't do it. Hopefully
they don't. I mean,
I want them to nail it.
Gears 5 was really good, and it was Game Pass, so
yeah, that's true.
I mean, mate, I know there is definitely that Game Pass filler on there for sure. Like, there's a lot of games, and it's like, okay, cool. I'd never pay for this, but I'm glad I had it on Game Pass because it's kind of fun for a little bit. But I'm sure that they wouldn't be doing that with their tentpole franchises. They'd have to be putting the love in. Because, I mean, that's the big draw, right? Is that you get Game Pass, you get all these Xbox exclusives for X amount a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It comes back to the whole argument. We don't see the stats from Game Pass. We don't see what money they make from it. We don't hear anything from it. We know the developers have to sign some fucking dirty NDAs to not talk about anything about it. I don't know. Who knows, man? Does it make enough money for them to justify building a massive game? Or does it not make them enough money and that they go, right, development is going to be slimmed down a little bit in these areas to fit you a new budget? Yeah, maybe, who knows? Yeah. I don't. No one knows. Literally, no one, unless you got to be obviously a Microsoft to understand.
You've got to be really to know what's going on. Yeah,
yeah, and it's gonna. And honestly, we still won't know for a good 2-3 years. I don't think.
No. Like, eventually, something will get leaked on how it all works. Eventually,
I think
disappear off the face of the earth.
I think Microsoft will be the one to call it if it's just sinking money, not Xbox. Microsoft,
like,
yeah, they will step in and go, right, we're You know, we didn't become a
We need to,
multi-billion-dollar company by just sinking money into a program that's not profitable.
yeah. It'd be interesting to see how it all works so financially. It's always been
Oh yeah,
a curiosity point. Um, see what happens, I
good,
guess.
good luck working that out.
Good luck, yeah. All right. That is all us done for the night. Unless you
Cool.
have anything else you would like to add. I knew you had a few stories from last week that you wanted to talk about,
I was
but
gonna, let's go through what PlayStation's doing with this stupid fucking third party buying out shit. Not the Spider-Man thing. These other deals. Have you heard all this shit that's come up like maybe the last day or two,
no,
last week?
I don't think I've seen. It's not ringing
So
any bells. Fill me in.
there's been a heap of reports coming out that a PlayStation have pretty much gone and approached nearly every single third party publisher out there, going like, what can we get? You know, third party deals. Is it characters or entire games? And apparently there is entire games that were like, you know, it's all rumors, so you got to take it is what it is. But massive amounts of money has changed hands for one. Apparently, is a ginormous IP that
Oh,
will be
really?
quite a bitter pill for people to swallow. That it's going exclusive to PlayStation. And
Oh my
yeah,
god, what
apparently
if it's
there's
Call
been
of Duty?
a lot of people are speculating because of the amount of money that got thrown at it. It's Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, that'd explain the ad.
Yeah, it explained a lot. And you know what? As much as I was thinking about it, man, that it makes perfect sense if that was Grand Theft Auto 6 because of the main reason. One, they won't be launching on the old consoles. They'll do new one because we haven't had what 6 years
Yeah, something
since
like
last
that. It's
six
been a
years.
hot minute.
Yeah, they're working on it. They've got it. Take a buttload of money off PlayStation because your new game comes out on new consoles and there's going to be bugger all of them out. Like you're not going to make as much as what Grand Theft Auto 6 did because that released at peak, peak times. And same as Red Dead, it's coming out at the height of the platforms, whereas they're at a release cycle now where it comes out at the lower end of that. So if you took all Sony's money for 6 months or a year exclusive deal and then release it later, a year later, when everyone's bought more consoles or whatnot. I don't know. It
That's a
makes
pretty
financial sense.
appealing. That's a pretty appealing offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've just been PlayStation is
Or a
running
year
around.
later, you do a deal with Microsoft Game Pass or
Yeah. So PlayStation be running around just throwing money at everything, trying to get games
my
and
Microsoft have as well in
exclusives.
the same
Oh
report.
yeah.
Microsoft have been doing. Microsoft approached everyone as well, so it seems they're
Yep.
both doing it. It just seems PlayStation have got the nod on a few bigger ones than what Microsoft. So there's some definitely for Microsoft as well, but yeah, the bigger ones are for PlayStation, and it's just shit.
Yes. I mean, it's
Timed third party
I like
exclusives.
third party games
So,
because they're everywhere. Not
yeah,
just
that's the
like
whole point.
just
Yeah.
share the love, man. Fuck. I mean, I know you need your fucking exclusives, but I mean,
But
unless
they're not
Microsoft just starts buying everyone's studios, which they've been fucking doing anyway.
they're not true exclusives. Like you
No.
look at the difference between games. You look at a third party game and a first party game. So you pick, The Last of Us, Gears 5, and I don't know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey or whatever, some other third party game. There is a massive difference between them. The first party games are better. They look
Oh,
better. They
yeah.
generally run better.
They're
Everything
focused.
about them. Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
laser focused in. And that's what a true exclusive is. And that's why they have these studios because they can sink all their fucking money into it and let that happen. But when they get the third party ones, it's you're still getting that, just not as good again. Like and you're locking that off to your console, and a shitload of other players can't get it. It just irritates me when companies do that, and seems like both of them are
It's gonna be the
going
way forward,
absolutely
man.
at it this time.
Yeah. It's shit. Like, and I don't think we'll see that change anytime soon. Like, going forward, especially if we get to a point where consoles become irrelevant and it comes down to services, I think that's where it'll really pick up and we'll see people buying up exclusives for each service. So, you'll see Xbox like getting a heap of exclusives for Game Pass, and if Sony comes up like redoes was it PlayStation Now, so it's more competitive. They start getting in more and more exclusives as well, and they're not sectioning them off to a console. They're just sectioning them off to an entire service.
Yeah, sub-service, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what will be happening in the next 5-6 years, maybe 10.
It's unfortunate
Yeah,
that's the direction that we are heading. But yeah, you're right. Ultimately, that is where we will end up in. And that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got. Just the PlayStation buying up.
Oh, Cyberpunk.
Big money.
Did you catch the They were talking. They did another Livewire presentation.
Yeah, average.
It was average. They talked about shotguns though. The guy, like, they got the guy talking about weapons. He started talking about shotguns, and I started creaming myself instantly because there's a shotgun there.
Yeah, well, it was all focused on guns.
It was all focused on guns. Yeah, but there was shotguns there, and I
look cool. I mean, you got shotguns made out of one piece of metal, something like that. I think that was the law behind it. What else was there? There was tech guns,
which are like smart pistols and stuff from Titanfall, which looked interesting to play. Yeah,
so you can target them, and it will track them around corners. Yeah. There was rail guns, which the big charge up magnetic pulse shots.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Melee weapons,
melee weapons,
and stuff like that,
which looked better. It looked way better than
the gameplay looked a lot better than what we'd seen before. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It was just kind of.
Give me the game.
I know, right? Game.
Give it back. Please. Like November 19th. So yeah, it's 17th. So it's going to be, the last 19th. Big game of the year, the huge game of the year to end on.
The big Christmas seller. Yeah.
It's also going to be one now that they get moved to. I don't think they're eligible for Game of the Year awards now.
No,
because they're too late.
Yeah, it'll be.
So they'll be next.
I think it cuts off in like October sometime.
Yeah, so you can see The Last of Us will get pretty much every other award under the sun. Although I think Cyberpunk was the only one that could stop them.
Ghosts might have a shot. Maybe.
Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely for open world. Yeah, there was also a State of Play from PlayStation that we totally skipped over, but that was
third-party developers and stuff, wasn't it? Mostly.
It was old. Yeah, it was stuff that was coming out of VR and PS4 and whatnot. They showed a little bit more of Godfall. I don't know. The more I see that game, the more I don't want it.
Yeah,
it looks. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks boring.
Yeah, very dull.
Yeah, pretty, but pretty boring.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't know. I gotta obviously wait for a bit more information on that game. I don't know. I want to see some story and I want to see some menus and whatnot. But so far, the combat in that game is not doing anything for me.
No, it's just kind of there.
Yeah, I think that's
for the night.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember anything else. There's probably 1,000 other things we missed, but
yeah, it was last week was a pretty slow news week, and then we had I think the biggest thing was Halo getting multiplayer free. That was about all we had. It was Grey sick. We'll take a week off.
Done.
Chill the fuck out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, we'll wrap it up here. Grey, where can they find you on the internet?
Over on Google's thing called YouTube. Head to that, type in a Grey Aussie Gamer into the top bar, and you'll find me in there. And also on Twitter too. I don't know who owns Twitter. Just Twitter.
Just Twitter owns Twitter, I think.
Twitter owns Twitter. Go to Twitter's thing and do the same. What about you?
Much the same on Twitter and over on Twitch at deft_puppies with a Z.
So you want Amazon?
Amazon, yeah. I'm Amazon's bitch now. Oh no, now it's right. Prime Gaming. It's not Amazon Prime anymore. They've changed it to Prime Gaming. There's a whole separation between Amazon Prime and Prime Gaming now. It's a whole thing. It happened today. I wasn't.
I don't even want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. If you would like to get in contact with the podcast directly, you can find us on Twitter at @left_pod. Also on our YouTube channel. Links will be down below because we don't have a custom URL yet, where you can catch live replays of the podcast and us streaming the podcast live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. ish AEST. You can also search for Two Left Thumbs in the search bar as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful week. We will be back next week, providing no one gets sick again. Ray.
Hey, man. I didn't want to get sick. Happens.
Have a fantastic week, and we shall see you then. Bye.
Bye.